New video appears to show Nolan Wells arguing with the friends he was with before they reached the island. And now the biggest question is why he did not have his phone. The 18-year-old went missing on July 4 after going by boat with a group of friends to Horn Island, about 10 miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. He was last seen around 3 p.m. on the west side of the island. His mother later reported him missing near midnight after he never came home. Nolan was found dead in the water on July 6th. Authorities have said they do not currently suspect foul play and believe he may have drowned, but the case has raised many questions. Police are now reviewing new footage from the island. In the video, people can be heard arguing near the time Nolan was last seen. Authorities have not confirmed every person in the clip, but they are asking witnesses and anyone with video to come forward. Another major concern is that Nolan's phone was not with him. It was later in his father's possession. Friends claimed Nolan chose to stay on the island and that they thought he found another ride back. But many people are asking why he would stay alone on an island with no phone, no clear way home, and no cell service. The white friends who were with him have already hired lawyers, with one reportedly being the child of a judge. Nolan's family has also hired attorney Ben Crump as they push for more answers.
Oh my God.
We are living in a time with so much disinformation, misinformation, political propaganda, cultural propaganda, and ideological propaganda that we must remember it's always important to explore the facts.
What you talking about, Willis?
So this video covers the facts that have been publicly released as of today in the Nolan Wells investigation. The investigation is still active and some details may change, but this video covers the details that we have up until today, right? So let's talk about it. What we know. Nolan Wells, 18, traveled with friends to Horn Island on July 4th, 2026 for a holiday gathering. He was last reportedly seen around 3 p.m. Investigators say he did not return on the same boat as the members of his group. The Sheriff John Ledbetter, said investigators believe Wells chose to stay on the island with plans to return later on another boat. His family reported him missing after he failed to come home. On July 6th, a National Park Service ranger located his body on Horn Island approximately around 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, between 8 and 9 a.m. His identity was confirmed through his dental records. Now, this is what investigators have said, according to law enforcement. Drowning is currently believed to be the most likely cause of death. The official cause and manner of death have not been released. Autopsy and toxicology reports are still pending. Investigators have not announced evidence of foul play. The investigation remains active. Evidence being reviewed. Authorities are examining cell phone records, photos and videos from July 4th, social media activity, digital communications, witness interviews. Investigators have also asked anyone who was on Horn Island that day to submit original photos and videos. The viral video. There's a viral video circulating online that appears to show an argument involving people on the island, but we all know that argument involved Nolan Wells and the group that he was with. We're not going to let disinformation and misinformation tell us what our eyes did not see, tell us what our eyes saw. Statements from friends. Some of the friends have publicly stated Wells was still alive after they had departed. Right. A Jackson County judge said that the boat carrying his son experienced mechanical issues and that Wells voluntarily stayed behind expecting another ride. Investigators have said those present have been cooperating.
Hey, I'm an innocent bystander. I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
Bro, that's some bullshit. But whatever. The family's position. Nolan's family has hired attorney Ben Crump, and the family wants a full and transparent investigation, access to investigative information when legally possible, and answers about Wells's final hours. Crump has announced plans for an independent review of the evidence. Now, the facts. Here's what we know, and that has been confirmed. Wells disappeared on July 4th. His body was found on July 6th. Investigators currently suspect a drowning. No foul play has been publicly announced, and the case remains. Man, come on, bro.
That's your problem. You be believing anything somebody tells you.
Because these are the questions. We got a lot of questions, right? Like, why did he leave on the island? Why did the other kids lawyer up? The only time, bro, I ever lawyered up was every time I was lying and doing some shit I shouldn't have been doing. It's the only time I ever lawyered up in my life, right? Second of all, this boat magically was experiencing mechanical issues. So he, the only one out of all these people, he was the only one gonna stay back and just, I'm gonna hop a ride on another boat. I'm just gonna get on the boat with a random group of motherfuckers.
Shit.
Okay. If that's what we want us to believe. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest, right? If you watch my videos and you're a subscriber, you know how I feel about this. I don't feel like this family will get a fair trial. I don't feel like this family will get a fair investigation. They won't even make it to a trial. Let me reframe that. And I don't feel like this young man drowned. This was an accident to drowning. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And if you believe this was an accidental drowning, I got some beachfront property for you in East St. Louis, dog. I'm selling for $1 a yard. If you believe that this young man had an accidental drowning. And, you know, I'm going to say this. As I always say in every video, MK Ultras is real. The CIA is real, and the algorithm is real, and it's working really hard to disprove what black people have been saying, right? Because black people are questioning if your son is the only one going with a group of white kids, he probably shouldn't go. So then you got all these people making these posts. I grew up and I had a group of white friends and nothing has ever happened to me. Man, I had a group of white friends and ain't nothing gonna happen to me because I was punching in the mouth at. No, well, I had a group of white friends and nothing happened to me because I was gonna punch them in the mouth every time they disrespected me. But I also was smart enough to know I ain't going too far from the hood. But that's neither here nor there, right? Because a lot of these key people are tethers. And a lot of these people sharing these posts and creating these posts, you guys were raised in those communities. You guys have Caucasian mamas. You got Caucasian granddaddy, Caucasian grandmama, so you have Caucasian ideas. You have Caucasian culture. And more importantly, you get to pick and choose a side depending on the day and where you feel and the people you are around. Some of our kids don't get to pick that. When you're as dark as me, you don't get to pick that. If I'm going to be black today or white tomorrow. So it's not about disproving the way that black people feel. It shouldn't be about that, right? you should be able to empathize with how people feel. Because just like we feel that way, Caucasian people feel that way. And we not gonna sit here and say it don't. When little Ezekiel John is running around with Monte, Jonte, Taquan, and Raekwon, his mama is scared for her life.
I'm so scared right now.
And that's the same thing when Michael is running around with Bubba, Jeremiah, Jacob Jr., and John Bond. You know what I'm saying? And it's even scarier because these people, right? Their parents are judges. A lot of these kids, and a lot of times when a kid, and I ain't even talking about the kids in this incident, I'm just talking about kids in general. And the kid, they parents can have a certain amount of power, and that power is transferred to that kid, and that kid can feel untouchable. I've seen it a lot of times. Kids feeling untouchable because of who their parents are, and they know any situation, mama, daddy, granddaddy gonna ride or die with me, and they gonna get me out of this situation, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. But I keep saying it in all my videos, bro. Like, we can't keep falling for the hate train, man. Because most of us Americans, man, we love each other, bro. I rock with my white friends, bro. I love my boy Tyler, bro. I love my dog Josh, bro. I love my dog George. And they love me. You get what I'm saying? Real talk, bro. Like, we got to stop falling for the Kool-Aid. Trump just made $2 billion in the White House. While Jacob in a trailer park calling Tommy N words and Tommy in the project calling Jacob C words. We all failing, dog. We all in the middle class paying $10,000 a year for property taxes on homes we own. Jonathan Vanderlyn got the same problems as Bob Johnson. We got to stop this, man. They be breaking my heart. But I got a theory, you know what I'm saying? I got a theory, but yeah, man, it be breaking my heart, bro. But this is the world we live in, and like I always say, we can't live in ifs, ands, and buts. What ifs, what, why, when, why, her, whys. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. So you just got to learn how to properly adjust. So when black people say, man, I'm questioning when I let my son go somewhere with his white friends and he the only one in the group, they just trying to properly adjust to the way the world is working right now. Because it's too many examples of when a black person done left home and not made it back. And I don't want to talk about no black on black crime, bro. White people kill white people. Indians kill Indians. Roaches kill roaches, bro. Snakes kill snakes. Snakes kill rats. It's a property of proximity, bro. And they say, oh, the black man be killing the white man. Yeah. Oh, black drug dealers be killing white dope fiends. White dope fiends be killing black drug dealers. So what? I mean, murder is murder, bro. And if you're going to blame black people for all of this, who you think we got it from? We only trying to be like the Gambinos. And I ain't even talking about we, because I ain't no criminal.
The game ain't in me no more. None of it.
I'm a highly educated brother. But where you think people get it from? They only got it from mafia culture. But once upon a time, them Italians that was in mafia culture and them Jews, they was referred to as N-words as well. But they was able to use the crime because the system didn't arrest them and lock them up at disproportionate amounts. They were able to use their crime to propel them to different heights in life. But we weren't given that affordability. Because when you really check the stats, white people using drugs just as much as black folks. White mamas single in the house just as much as black mamas. We're not going to do this. Why these politicians give us all the no Vaseline treatment. Boy, we better wake up. We better wake up. I'm going to pray for this family. Because this is something I don't want no family to go through. Black, white, none of that, bro. It's sad. It's a heartbreaking situation. But it's all good. It ain't all good, but you just got to learn how to properly move and adjust in this wicked world that we live in, bro. You got to adjust on the fly, whether you black or white. It's wicked out here right now, bro. We in some wicked times, bro. This is the nastiest I ever seen in America, bro. And we all know why it's nasty like this, bro. Because the hate comes from down. And people that was thinking about hate, now they feel like it's okay. You know? But at the end of the day, we all Americans. Happy motherfucker 250.
You're the one who's guilty.
Big 618Cs, man. I love y'all. I'm out.